Greetings, my puppeteers, my cosplay conjurors, and my deliciously deranged dolls. Welcome to another urbane episode of Unholy Encounters with me, your host, out of drag right now, as always know, Samara Hex Di'Angelo. Now, today's guest is a tasty treat, straight out of California. Yeah, I'm messing up words today. You see what I mean? He's 100% grade A drag king realness, a cosplay chameleon, a puppet whisperer, and a chaotic delight that will have you giggling, gaggling, gagging. See, I'm
Gathering.
trying. And maybe even questioning your gender. He's not just a king, he's a kingdom. Put your hands, claws, hooves, or paws together for the one, the only, my friend, Sexx Luther. How are
Put
you?
my own plans together.
How you doing, King?
I'm good. I am existing. It is warm today because I am in California, but I am here.
What part of California, are you in?
I am in Southern California in the high desert, so I'm like an hour and a half away from Los Angeles up in the mountains, so it's hot.
Oh, I feel that. That's like warm right up there.
Yeah.
You guys have like the desert heat, while I have more of like the Florida, like humid and wet heat.
I cannot do humidity, so I'm actually glad that if I am gonna be hot, I'm in the desert. Like, I cannot do humidity at all.
See, while you guys have to deal with forest fires, we have to deal with hurricanes.
Yeah, forest fires are cute. They're not.
Well, we're loving this look tonight. Tell me what it's giving.
So I went out for the No Kings protest today. So
Ooh.
I did a little bit of American colors on my eyes because no kings but drag kings. So I went with my little red, white, and blue glam.
I've been hearing a lot about like that go on because I was watching like the news like on my phone today, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, he president
You
is
know?
throwing he's throwing a parade for himself for his birthday on Flag Day, so everybody was like, fuck that. So
Let's just
yeah.
say this is what that's giving.
No, for real.
3 more years.
Yeah.
Well, before we go any deeper into the inferno, my emotional support reindeer, aka Dustin, the stuff animal opinions, insisted on saying hi. Say hi to the people, Dustin. Hello. Merry Christmas, sex.
Hi, Dustin. I have my best friend here too. His name is Mr. Teddy. I wanted him to say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Have you been celebrating Christmas?
No, he was celebrating an anarchist 4th of July.
I'm down for that. Any holiday that's not Christmas is not a real holiday.
Not even Halloween?
No, I hate Hanukkah as well, and Easter.
Not the Hanukkah.
All right, sex, it's time for my favorite segment, the one that makes you sweat more than duct tape on a hot day. You guys already know what I'm talking about, spooky fans. It's time for Inferno Revelations. I'm gonna ask you some blazing hot questions, and you better not lie because I'll know. But before we poke the fire, let's talk about something that gagged me to hell and back, puppets. I want to say the moment you brought little chaotic creatures onto when I had you on Nightmare Mayhem, and trust me, like guys, guys, gals, all of them all between, we are going to have sex on Nightmare Mayhem again and again and again.
I will
But
be
I want to
there.
say I ascended like I was possessed, floating in the air. What got you into puppeteering?
So I have always been a very huge fan of practical effects in theaters and movies, and like until I die, I will always say that anything could have been better with a puppet rather than CGI. Like obviously CGI has its like it's good. It does its job, but nothing is as like delicious as a practical effect and a puppet. So I love Frank Oz. I love the Muppets. And I was in Vanity's Drag Star Challenge in Palm Springs. And the challenge theme was circus. So I pulled like my role in the circus basically out of a hat at random and it said ventriloquist. And I was like, you don't have to tell me twice to make a damn puppet of myself. So he was a 2 day endeavor and he is a little busted now. He's survived about 6 shows, but I'm still gonna try to use him till he dies. But I'm definitely already in the process of making like a 2.0 that's gonna last longer.
Well, are you gonna ever make a puppet of this one?
Maybe it's kind of hard. I kind of hated making it, but I just hate my sewing machine. So
I just feel like I really I really just want like a puppet of Sam, my gender fluid self. So when I'm there with like Samara, even though I know I can't do like puppeteering, but I still could you could still see me do the stuff with Dustin and stuff animals like Maddie does.
yeah. That would be cute if you had like your out of drag self in a puppet and then you're in drag and then you just like change your voice. Like there's your drag voice and then there's your puppet voice.
Yes. I do want to do a duet with that one day. What I want to do is so my gender fluid persona is Sam outside of like drag, who's my boys like self, where I do like boy makeup and like more like
Mhm.
drag queen, but meets boy makeup the other way and change the wig and the outfit. But I want to bring anyway. I want to bring them on for a duet where Sam and Samara and them trying to, because the storyline is basically where they started off. They started fighting over like Kendall a lot.
Yeah, that's funny. I love that.
So I want to do like kind of like the boy is mine rendition right there.
Oh, that's really cute. That's really cute.
But let's mix it up because you don't just do puppets. You're out here doing cosplay too, and not just the basic slap on a cape nonsense. I'm talking full transformation. Drag equals cosplay. Drag plus cosplay equals cost drag. Drag's play, whatever it is, you serve it. Now,
Thank you.
how do you? Because I know how I do it, but I want to hear your answer. How do you blend cosplay when it comes to drag?
So I've been cosplaying since I was a kid, and all of my Halloween costumes were always just like nerd shit that my mom had to make herself. That wasn't like mass produced because in the late 90s and early 2000s, you couldn't just find Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts at your local Target. Like, so my mom would make almost all of my costumes. And my one of the first ones that I have a picture of, I was Mario and my older sister was Luigi. And I'm like, oh, maybe that was my first time in drag because my mom drew a mustache on me. And I was like 5. But I I've been doing cosplay for a really long time and I've been doing drag only for 2 years. So I've only very recently started to mix the two. I mean, I've always cosplayed primarily as boys.
Mhm.
So I've always just kind of like been in drag without doing the drag. But now, like, I recently did Waluigi for an anime show, Anime Impulse in California, and that was really fun. I got to do Michael Jackson's Bad, so I was like, that's it, that's my life. I did Bad, and then every little like sound effect that Michael Jackson made, because he always does like his noises, I replaced it with like a Waluigi noise.
I love that. I will say one of my favorite characters that I've always cosplayed as is, have you ever seen Has Hotel?
I haven't seen it, but I know about it.
Angel Dust has always been like my favorite character because that's basically who my boy drag self is based on. Sam is Angel Dust.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I all my friends really like it, and actually like a lot of my friends have cosplayed it, and I was helping my friend figure out how to make a husk costume for drag. So like I know the characters, I know story, but I haven't watched it myself.
see, that's why I'm like, I can't like. Someone wanted me to do Blitzo with drag. Because we were talking, they're like, "What would you ever do for Snatch Game one day?" I'm like, "Well, see, I would do Brandon Rogers because I have everything that I know of his jokes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want to do Blitzo, but if he was stepping into like those roles,
Oh, okay. That's
the
interesting. That's
problem is I
cool.
can't figure out those horns for shit."
Oh, horns ain't no thing. Coming from a Homestuck cosplayer.
I will tell you, are you doing the cosplay show with us in July?
Yes, I believe so.
So you will get to see my shadow one that I'm actually getting made for me.
Oh, cute. Like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes, he's one of my favorite
Uh,
characters. So I'm
my
getting the wig
current,
design.
my real hair underneath this is red and black for Shadow the Hedgehog because I've been into Sonic the Hedgehog since I was like born.
Yes. Yeah, I'm getting the wig designed and then the outfit like designed too. And I'm like, Montoya told me he was like, "Do you want to have your shoes designed? Because I don't think I can actually come up with boot covers." I'm like, "Go ahead, yeah, go ahead." At this
Oh,
point,
I love
I'm
that.
already paying you a lot of money for it anyway, and I'm gonna
But
Kendall was like, I hope you know, because I usually do a boy for Halloween and girl. And he told me, he's like, I really hope you know that this is your Halloween, one of your Halloween costumes. I'm like,
you're
well,
like, say
the
less.
good thing is the second one is easy. All I have to do is get the hair for it, which is like Elvira, which I want to do for Samara this year.
Oh, cute. I love that. I don't even know what I'm doing for Halloween this year, but I was recently at a furry convention. So I did a Thomas O'Malley costume in drag. And then, because that's a lot of people's first furry crush, one of mine. And then I did a little Shadow the Hedgehog number. I just spiked my mohawk and I did all of me and live and learn.
Ooh. If you ever still have that numbers, you send that mix to me because I might want to use that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's mixed the best way, but like I'll still send it to you. You can do whatever you want with it.
So let's get into we talked about like cosplay, but I want to know, do you have a favorite cosplay look that you love to do? I'll have all of the looks that you've done.
I I think right now it's Waluigi because uh that's where my drag face looks really good with the exaggeration of it, even though I'm very round and he's not. Um one of my favorite cosplays that I'd done forever ago was one of my very first cosplays was Vadi from Legend of Zelda Minish Cap.
Ooh.
And I love Vadi. I used to run an Ask blog on Tumblr where
Hmm?
I drew the answers to everything in like 2011. So he's my baby boy. He's one of my little guys.
So I know it's not on here, but I have to actually mention in cosplay. Do you like to play video games?
I love to play video games. My very first tattoo was an Animal Crossing tattoo. My very favorite game series is Legend of Zelda. My second favorite is Uncharted. Like I love video games. And I
Well,
was
the
playing
reason
Fortnite last night.
I'm going to say the reason I'm throwing it at you is because I'm like, me and Kendall are trying to do Mario Kart during cosplay like night, and I'm like, does this one want to play Mario Kart or Super Smash with us on a rage quit?
I have a Switch, but I could see if I could procure either one. I'm not the best at Mario Kart. I always get like fifth, but I'll still play.
Yeah, because I think recently Kendall I don't know how he did it, but supposedly he told me he found a way to jailbreak the Wii and the Nintendo. So now he has it on his computer.
Oh, love that.
And I'm like, so you're telling me that in a bit you can play Super Smash? He's like, yeah, if I found the game.
Oh, and Brawl is the best one. I don't care when anyone says Super Smash Brothers Brawl on the Wii. That's the best Smash.
I will say also, I don't like how I'm sure you've heard of this Nintendo Switch. Before I go on to the next question, who's paying $800?
Not me.
Yeah, that's what I just heard.
Not me.
Talking
And
to,
I am a Nintendo boy until I die, but the longer I had my Nintendo Switch, the less impressed I was with it. I did not really enjoy
I'm
the
still
Switch. I
over
think
here playing the actual OG system.
yeah, same. I have my OG Switch and like I just play the N64 emulator on it because I have the Nintendo subscription. But yeah, I'm just not impressed with the Switch as I thought I would be, and I've had mine like probably like 2 years after it came out. So I've had them for a while, but the Wii U is peak Nintendo.
I'll say I got it for Christmas from an ex-boyfriend a while ago. He's like, go ahead and keep it at this fucking point. I gave it to you for Christmas. But the backstory is I kept wanting to play Super Smash. I kept seeing like my ex-boyfriend play, and he's like, at this point, I'm gonna get you something. And then the next day he was like, oh yeah, here's a Christmas gift. I'm like, so you're telling me I can play Super Smash now? He's like, Super Smash, Mario Kart, and I downloaded some Lego games on there for you.
Oh, cute. Prima Donna used to play the Lego games like all the time.
I think the one main video game that I like that is Lego right now, and I played it like set for probably like 5 times, is Lego DC Super Villains, where it's basically you get to create your own fucking like villain that literally looks like
That's so cute.
a game.
I love custom character creation. I can spend hours just playing dress up in the game before it even starts, and
Yeah.
I will.
Well, getting into the next question, we do have to talk legacy because you are not just a solo act. As far as my research allows me to see, you are the father of House XX. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, XX.
How did that family form and what does fatherhood and drag mean to you?
Well, don't ask me this because I can go on for hours. I will take up the rest of the podcast about this, but only okay, so it's I love my son. It's just the two of us right now, and I don't have plans to adopt again anytime soon, but I'm very obsessed with my son. Is Gerard Gay. Follow him on Instagram at Gerard Gay Drag King. No spaces, no anything. He's the best. He's so talented. And when I first saw him on stage, I was already obsessed because I'm a My Chemical Romance person. Like that's one of my top three. I even have like this coffin tattoo that I have is a My Chemical Romance song. So obsessed. And so I didn't feel like I wanted to adopt him until I saw him in season 6 of Vanity's Drag Star Challenge. And I was in season 5, and that's the competition that in Palm Springs that we go to, hosted by Vanity Halston. And so I saw him do his opening number and then for the introduction, and I was like, I think because he already has such good stage presence and musicality, like he's a theater kid, he's a music kid, like I want to help him with like his costumes and his makeup, but that's like really it. And then I was like, I don't know, is that like considered something like a drag dad does? Because like when I think of it, I'm like, I thought about my relationship with my drag mother with Azalea and McMichaels, and so it's like, she was like putting me on stage. She hosted the show, so she was making sure I was getting out there. She was doing other stuff, so I was like, I don't. I'm also really young. Like I'm only done drag for 2 years, so I don't know if I'm like really eligible to be a dad, but also like I specifically have done this competition before and like I know what the judges are kind of looking for. And so I was like, I was talking myself in circles about it. And then so I asked everyone around me and they were like, no, adopt him. And I was like, oh, thank God, because I love him.
That was me with I think Venus, Valentine, who you spooky fans will see soon on a Nightmare Mayhem show with me.
Oh,
Uh,
sweet.
I think that was also because I only have two children, Het, like Venus and Chris, but I will say Chris hasn't started drag yet. He's still like in the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
But they have both like came up to me and being like, we love your art. We always wanted to like be have a family and all that. I'm like, okay, Chris, I want to help you because like me and Chris like made a special bond in Louisville that night when I was visiting my partner's like family at the club
Hmm.
and also supporting one of my friends like Lexi. I'm sure you know her as Lexi Love.
Yeah.
So with Venus, I was like, Venus, I have to see you perform because you've already been doing drag. And I'm like, I need to know,
I
are you
need to see
good
you
as
in the
Amanda
spotlight.
D'Angelo or can I help you? I saw them perform at my sister's gig that I usually like get booked for every week. And I'm looking and I'm just like, what the fuck? This girl can do stunts. She's good at costumes. She's good at fucking hair. I'm just like, okay. What do you need from me, Phoenix? You can
No,
join
that
the
was
House of
also
D'Angelo, but what do you
me.
need from me? And she was like, I just really want like family because I never got that. And I just want like help and advice and kind of like a mother figure. So ever since then, me and Kendall have been parent figures.
Yeah, that was also me. I was like, I know you already, and he's also like, he plays instruments. He's also a live singer. I'm like, dude, what am I even doing here sometimes? Like, watching him through because Vanity's season 6 is ending tomorrow. And
Mhm.
so we've been going, it's a non-elimination competition. So we've all been going to Palm Springs for almost 11 weeks straight. And every week I see him, he's like, I'm so nervous. I'm asking everybody's advice. I don't know what to do. And then he goes on the stage and he fucking kills it every time. And like, I had to miss last week, but he did live vocals and he sang Phantom of the Opera, but like the Phantom's parts. And I was like, how are you so talented? How are you so talented? That's
So what
not
I'm hearing
fair.
is he might be in the top four with that one.
Yeah, I think he's definitely in the top. I think his name is going to get announced tomorrow for sure. I truly believe it.
Well, we'll go ahead and see, but we'll root for Gerard.
I know, my baby boy.
So we have to talk about Cassius Foot. I know I'm gonna say this fucking name wrong. I told you messing up words today. Is it
No, you're
Cactus
good.
Foot's drag, right?
It's fruits.
Cactus Fruit's drag is a whole
Yeah.
experience. Wild, weird, queer, and cactusy. How did you get involved with like Cactus Fruit's drag and what sets that group apart from other collectives you've seen or worked with?
So the Cactus Fruits started with a bunch of us in the high desert in California, and we wanted to start a drag collective that wasn't just for drag at bars. Because
Mm.
like while our local bar, it's called Ricky's, it's the drag show spot. It's really the only one in our high desert. You have to drive like 40 minutes to get to all the other like gay stuff. So it's all that we have in our high desert. But it's a bar and like I don't drink and I like to go to bed early. So
Yeah.
it's
You're an early
nightlife is
riser, as
not
I
meant for me.
hear.
I'm not a nightlife person, so then I did the stupid decision and started to do drag and have a nightlife.
That's me. That's me. I'm a night owl. Like today, I usually wake up around like the afternoon. Luckily, my
Yeah.
job allows me to do that because I can choose my own hours.
Oh, sweet. Good. So, yeah, and like again, like I don't drink and like every time I'm handed a drink ticket, I just give it to someone else. I'm like, "Thank you." I don't even use it on like sodas or anything like that.
I mean, you
So,
don't have to drink to have fun, though.
yeah, exactly. For me too, I'm like I just vibe off of everybody else. So, really Cactus Fruits was just trying to bring drag out of a bar space and do like um drag story hour, do like volunteer performances for other places, and then volunteer for LGBT spaces in the high desert.
That I will say that is fucking amazing because not only now you and you I think with that's what I wanted to do with code. That's what I the funny thing, can I tell you something funny?
Yes, absolutely.
So you know how it's Coven D'Angelo Entertainment?
Yes.
So I was telling Kendall, I was like, I don't know because I came up with the fucking name and as I'm looking at it, I'm like, you're a software engineer. I don't know what I was thinking in my head. And then I put it together. He's like, does that acronym spell code to you? And I'm like, I don't know. It's probably my mind was
That's so
like,
cute though. It's like
yeah.
it connects the both of you. That's really cute.
But
Just
yeah,
like unintentional connection.
that's what I see what you mean with like cactus fruits. I wanted to, and I know we've talked about this before, but I wanted to open a spot where with Kendall, it wasn't just because I know there's only a few places you can perform in downtown Orlando. I wanted to open a spot where we can have everyone nationwide online because
Yeah.
like not I know like not a lot of people have they can go to the bar.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of what we were also saying too, is that like a lot of people also like, and we want it to also be like age inclusive, where it's like if young people want to start drag, they don't like have to wait
Hmm.
until there's like until they're 18 or 21. They can get exposed to it earlier, and then it turns out that it's something that they want to do.
So see,
Then
we're
we can
thinking
like
the same
help them.
wavelength right there.
Yeah. Give them that spot where they don't have to like be an adult to participate in it.
Well, let's just give a round of applause for Cactus first over here.
Mm. Thank you.
So, but I want to ask, here's a wild and what's the wildest or memorable show you've done with the Cactus Fruits crew?
So the thing is that even though we're in California, especially Southern California, we live in a really red county, and we actually get denied a lot for a lot of things. Like we tried to do drag story hour at our local bookstore, not happening. We tried to do like a little brunch at our coffee shops, not happening. And then you can't ask corporate stuff because they're just like, well, we'll get back to you, and then they never do.
Mm.
So I also got denied drag story hour at a thrift bookstore that I just found. But it's it's mostly like the people who we've asked, we're like, we know you're progressive, so we want to like connect with you. But a lot of them are like, I don't want to deal with the backlash. And we're like, that's fair. Having a bunch of cross dressers in your space is gonna get you some backlash. But we did we do work with some of our local activists and our at a local church, and also church surprising that they want to work with us,
That's
but
what I will say. Side note before you continue, I've seen a lot of like church with drag, and I'm like, what?
yeah, the first time we went there was for they hosted their own pride event since the city wouldn't do it. So we hosted our own pride event and they asked us to perform, and so we were like, it's at a church, and they're like, yeah, it's actually like a really like good church, like they don't judge you for anything. And we're all like, all the gays with religious trauma were just, know if I want to
Mhm.
walk into a church, but it was so sweet. And now they host LGBT brunches all the time. So they started working with us. And because of that, we got to do our own pride event there, and we were performers there. And we also um, met our local furries who invited us to perform. I know this is going to sound insane, which invited us to perform at a furry convention. So we actually ended up being guest of honor at a furry convention in Los Angeles because of just poking around up here being a cactus fruit.
Poking the furries, and then they're like, "Can you perform in LA?"
No, that's literally what happened. And then like I've been a furry longer than I've been a cosplayer or a drag artist. I so I obviously like I was like, "Oh, you guys are furries." And I started talking to them, and then they were like, "Oh, so if you're a furry and a drag artist, why don't we just like get you and your friends together?" And I was like, "Say less. Say less."
See, I wouldn't say like me. I feel like I'm not like a furry, like full furry, but I'm like occasionally I want to wear like the tail, the ears. For
It's so
example,
fun.
Shadow.
Yeah, exactly. It's so fun. Like I've been a furry since I was like really small. So I've always like, "Oh, I want to wear cat ears to school," and then I got made fun of, but like whatever.
Sex, you're a California king through and through, right?
Yes, I born and raised here.
So like if drag had a state bird, it'd be you in a crown and a jockstrap, flapping through Palm Springs with a puppet in one hand and a wig in the other.
Absolutely. That's the only energy I want to bring.
So with all of your years working in clubs, stages, bars, brunches, basements, and possibly the occasional Denny's parking lot, we
Word.
figured it's time to test your memory, your shade, and your love for your fellow artist.
Yep, I'm down to do that. I'm scared though.
Well, it's time for a game I like to call Sinister First Impressions. Here's how it works. I'm gonna toss out some names from draggers from California, friends, frenemies, exes, strangers, lovers, and I want you to tell me what you thought they were going to be like before you ever saw them perform or met them in person.
Okay.
And
I'm
remember,
like,
it's
don't
called
nobody
Sinister
nobody
First.
local watch this section.
And remember, it's called Sinister First Impressions for a reason. Be shady, be savage, be truthful. This is church Sexx Luther style.
Yeah. I'm really I honestly I never have shades, so I don't think I'll get in trouble.
Well, your first one is actually your partner, prima donna.
Yeah, the first time when she told me she wanted to do drag, first time I saw her on that stage was, oh my God, please don't fall. Please don't fall because she's a disabled queen and I love her, but like I was like, I do not want to have to run out on that stage and pick you up, girl. Like, you got this. I know you do.
See, when I see like her fucking like videos, you can barely tell that she is fucking disabled. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you do the fucking shit, but you are turning it out.
I know she's very like glamorous. I like think of her like movements and her stuff, kind of old Hollywood with the little drama, so I really like it. It's like
Hmm.
just enough drama.
Well, the next one I have Jester LaRue.
I love Jester. I love Jester so much. Like when he first started following me, I was like, I love clowns. I love clowns. Let's keep it going. And then I found out also that he's a hyper king, also known as a bio king. So I was like, please support the clownery. I love it.
I love the Bio Kings too, and I have one of them as my pain in the fucking neck drag husband right there. So sorry, it's a it's the Samara and Kendall joke. You've seen our live streams.
Yes.
But don't get me wrong, I love my boy. I love my boyfriend, my partner. Like we started a whole ass fucking company together. I will tell you, side note, he came to me that he wanted to start drag. And
Mhm.
he tells me to this day, he's like, the reason why we started being like friends and friends with benefits, because we were friends with benefits first. So I was still dating someone else. Here's a little bit of D'Angelo lore. So when we started, he wanted to be a drag queen.
Mhm.
So I was helping him with that. And then we got into a relationship because I think it was one night I was really drunk hanging out with like friends and like drag. And he was like, he's holding me like this around my like around me. This is after a breakup with my ex-boyfriend. He's like, I don't know, but I really just want to be your boyfriend. And I'm like, what? So I was nervous for like the next 3 days. He finally comes over to my house and makes a romantic gesture, and he's like, can I be your drag husband to your like D'Angelo, to you like Samara Hex Di'Angelo? And I'm like, well, if I'm gonna have to go king, we're gonna have to learn. If we're gonna have to turn you into a fucking king, and you're gonna be my fucking like drag husband, then we're gonna have to teach you some like fucking ways. Okay, who's a
Love,
drag king that I can learn painting by online? Because I was the
love,
first one that
love.
painted his like face, like the
Yeah,
first poster that you actually do see, the OG with him like kind of looking like Edward Scissorhands. That was me.
yeah, I like that hair a lot too.
That hair has gone through some terrible, terrible days. I will,
Oh, that's me
I
with
will,
my OG wig.
that is the Kendall OG wig. Like you've seen it. Sexy. You remember that leather outfit with the harness that goes this way and it kind of looks like a battle kind of outfit?
Yeah.
That's his first OG outfit that he ever did with Kendall.
Oh, yeah. I still have my OG, all my stuff. It's so funny looking back at your OG drag and you're like, what were you doing, you little baby? Like, I didn't have a tie on. I just had like a white button down with like a blazer, and I was like, no.
I don't even have like my first fucking outfit, but I will say the first outfit I ever did my alternative style after getting into like after like doing everything and finally coming into my own gender fluidity.
Yeah.
My outfit looks like do you mind if I show you something?
Yeah, go ahead. Please.
This is the first one where Ashley came in the full Samara form. And Joey, one of my porn star friends from California, got it for me for a tapestry.
Oh, cute.
See what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I love that. Oh, and I love that I could see your Stitch tattoo because I see that. I know that's the tapestry you put up for the live show,
Right there.
but yeah, I'm so cute.
I have this one for meaning like family. And,
Yeah,
I love Stitch, so Hana right there. And then I have this one on my arm, my gender fluid like equal sign tattoo.
I love that.
But let's get back to our game, shall we?
Yes,
I know we keep
let's get
getting off
back.
topic, but I haven't seen you in a
I'm
while.
a chatter.
I haven't seen you in a while. That's why I'm like, I keep getting off topic. Dorian Fox.
So Dorian Fox, beautiful eye makeup and such a clean beard. I love a bearded queen so much. I love the gender fuckery of a bearded queen so much. So I was like, the first time I saw her, I was like, oh, she's stunning. She's beautiful. And then she started singing, and I was like, oh, okay, live vocals. Okay, live vocals with the mug. Okay. So I was gagged when I first saw Dorian, and I love them. They're so sweet. Everyone is just so sweet.
I thought this was supposed to be sinister first impression, not niceness first impression.
I told you I only look evil. I'm not actually evil. I'll cry.
The library is open, sex.
It's not for me. I can't be mean. I don't have a mean bone in my body.
No, no, you're good. Tiger Jimmy.
Okay, Zumba Queen. I love it. It's always constant movement, constant energy, everything. It's so fun to just like watch. She's the Zumba Queen. She looks like she's up there hosting a Zumba session and you just want to like get up and do it with her.
Maxella Monet.
I love Maxilla. You happen to pick all these people that I fucking love. I love Maxilla. She's also a live singer and she's also only been doing drag for 2 years. And I'm like, girl, you look that good and you live sing and you've been doing this for fuck you.
That's how I feel every time I see karaoke. I don't know if
Oh,
you heard
yeah, I think unless we're thinking of different karaoke's, yeah. There's
karaoke,
a there's a queen.
Filipina singing, live singing queen.
Yeah, there's a queen here named Karaoke and she also live singing queen. I'm like,
How's it spelled?
stop. I don't even remember right now, honestly.
Because I'm like, we might be thinking about the same fucking person. Well, Dylan Thruster.
So I saw Dylan for the first time doing the Kings competition and he was adorable. Like I don't like describing Kings as adorable because I like it feels like it minimizes the kingness of it where it's like yeah, it's just a whole thing. But like I was like he's very like purposefully awkward and naive in his drag. So it looks like he just looks like kind of an awkward teenager and it's hilarious.
Leaf.
Leaf is so fun. I knew the second that he started his number. I also just saw him in Kings in LA. He did his number and it was Veggie Tales, and I was like, if you're niche and you're doing comedy, we're already friends. Come here.
Okay, I got three more names. You ready?
Yes.
Oliver Hart.
Oliver was so cool. Again, also saw him during the King competition, and he actually won that competition. And I like a bouncy, flouncy little thing. Like that's what he is. He's just like came out in a little jester costume, and I like the clown shit. So I was like, work. Love clowns.
Clowny shit all day.
Yes, clown shit all day. I love it.
I have Azalea McMichaels.
I'm a getter ass. I just she was my first drag mother, and so we did Vanity's Drag Star Challenge together, and she got first and I got second. And I'm always like, no tea, but you got first because you got those bonus points. Like, no, she really did deserve that win. Like she worked so hard. She worked her ass off for it. And like I know she deserved it. Like I'm not actually shady about it. But I do always tell her, I always remind her that I'm coming for her ass. And she's like, bring it on, bitch.
Do I hear McMichaels in her name? Because I'm doing research on you, but I haven't asked the question. Is she related to Morgan somehow?
Yeah, she's Morgan McMichael's daughter.
I love Morgan so much.
I know she's so cool. This is a side because I know we still have the game, but aside when I first met Morgan, she was out of drag and I didn't recognize her and I was just talking to her like she was just like some random gay man that just came to my show. And I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much for coming. It means a lot that like people like you want to support like local drag and support our shows and stuff." And people were like, "You said that's to Morgan McMichaels?" I was like, "I don't know what she fucking looked like outside of drag." Yeah.
Yeah, Morgan is such. I love Morgan I miss Showgirls. I honestly do.
She's I mean, she still does her showgirls in WeHo.
I will. I
It's
will. I will say one of the other LA queens that I really love. She does. She got robbed in fucking like Drag Race. Let me just say, two, not only once but two times. But I will have to say Naysha Lopez.
oh yeah, I haven't met her yet. Like I'm slowly starting to meet the famous LA queens, but yeah.
Yeah, LA is all fucking Drag Race and Dragula. I can tell you that. I learned that because after I met Bitch Put In and like Morgan, I because we've hung out a few times. She's like, if you think you're gonna make it out in LA, get on Drag Race first.
Yeah,
Because LA is very hard to get into. I keep hearing from everyone.
it is. I've only done one LA show and that's because it was a competition. That's really how you get into LA shows is you enter competitions and then you show out and then people see you on stage and they're like, "Okay, yeah, I'll book that."
We have Natasha backwards.
I am a Natasha stan. I love Natasha backwards so much. So I keep talking about the Drag Star Challenge, but during that, when you get in the top three, they invite you into All Stars, right?
Yeah.
And so when they invited me into All Stars, and I'm gonna do it. It's gonna start in like 4 weeks, and they were like, if you can't make it into All Stars, you get to nominate somebody from your season to take your place. And I was like, Natasha, Natasha, all of her concepts are perfect. All of her outfits are amazing. She's so beautiful. I love an alternative baddie. Like every week, her numbers left me gagged. And like whether or not she placed or like did well, quote unquote, according to the judges, was like irrelevant to me because I'm like, you always got a perfect 10 from me. Like, always got a perfect 10. Every time I saw her backstage when we were getting ready, I was like, I cannot wait to see what's happening with this number. And I would sneak out because you're not allowed to walk around the bar with your outfit because the judges want to be surprised. But I would sneak out before, like during my waiting, and then watch her numbers, and then go right back backstage.
Well, I'm gonna give you one last name. I know it's not in here, but I know you talked about like her. She's one of my close friends, and she's also like doing a production and making the production with me, but Luna Lockhart.
I love her. She hates me. I'm just kidding. She doesn't really hate me, but every other word out of her mouth is like, "Shut up. You're annoying."
Well, I can tell you something. There's a production that we're doing where I get to fucking kill her live.
Ah, that's so fun. I love that. I think she had mentioned something. She was like, "Yeah, I'm working with Smart," because I was like, "Oh, I gotta go home and do the interview with the podcast." And she was like, "Oh, I'm working on something with Samara right now. It's gonna be good." And I was like, "Oh, can't wait to see it." I love Luna Lockhart. I when I first saw her, she did a theater number, and I was like, I love theater. So I heard musicals, and I was like, I'm sold. I'm in. Sign me up, bitch. And we've actually been super
When
close
we
ever
take our next
since.
break, I'll let you know what it is. But Luna says I'm not allowed to tell anyone, so it's on live right now. But
Well,
when we
maybe I
take our
don't want to
next
know. What if I
break,
want to be
I'll let
gagged?
you know. But goals, spooky fans, sex, gremlins. This has been Sinister First Impressions.
Sorry, I wasn't so sinister. I'm just a happy baby. I just love everybody.
Well, I can say I can't even say I'm emotionally bruised at this point, but I've been woken up by the fucking spirits, thanks to you. And I'm somehow still gagged over all of it. Sex, it's time to take a step inward. We're leaving behind the bar lights, the glitter bombs, and entering the shadow realm of memory, growth, and revelation. I want you to take my hand.
I'm gonna give you both of mine there.
Yes. Metaphorically or physically, whichever feels right, because we're about to
All of it.
pass through the underworld portals.
I've been here once or twice.
So we're stepping into this next section I call, think of it as a queer spiritual like exactivation. I don't know why, what the fucking word. I can't even fucking say it. Where we walk backwards
Excavation.
through memory, through shadows, through softness, all the way to childhood and back again. What's your earliest memory of performing, even before you had words for it? Were you the kid making puppet shows, dance routines, or chaos in the living room?
All of the above. My my mom has a video of me when I'm like 2, and I don't even speak like full sentences yet, but
Hmm.
I am reenacting all of Out There from Hunchback of Notre Dame by
Well,
myself. So I've just always been like this. Like when I say I'm like this, I'm like that. And then it's like every instance of like a little girl just being a weird little girl, that was me and my sister. Like, obviously, I'm not a girl. I discovered that. But, when you think of like little girls in their rooms, like playing with dolls, we were going crazy with our Brad's dolls. And we also had a videotape. So we were making movies with our Brad's dolls. And we would listen to like, Gwen Stefani and Kelly Clarkson and My Chemical Romance. And we would be like, lip syncing and dancing. Like we would go into my mom's room and like wake her up from her nap and be like, "We made a dance routine. You need to see it." And my mom is like, "Okay," and just turns on the light and is like, "Show me what." And we're all, "Yeah, this is so cool."
I
So
love that for you.
yeah, I've always been the dramatic, chaotic, moving way too much high energy. Like, truly, that's always been me.
Yes. Well, we get into the chaos, but I do need to ask before we get into the chaos of Sexx Luther today. How did your family or community respond to your creativity, like when you were young? Like, what was that coming out experience like for you together?
So for me, it was I was very fortunate to have a very supportive family for creativity wise. I was nervous about the queer aspect of the creativity
Mm,
at first because I just always felt like I didn't want to disappoint people. So I was closeted until I was 18 and I was an adult.
mm,
Even though everyone around me was like, "Oh, Luther's gonna grow up to be bi. Like everybody apparently knew I was bi except for me. So I tried really hard to not be. But other than that, like my art was very supported because I also draw.
Yeah.
I was highly encouraged to perform. I was highly encouraged to do plays, to draw, to play music. I used to be in marching band and stuff. So I was always extremely supported in any sort of artistic way.
That's really good that like not only do you have that community support, but you also have family and friends like supporting you too, because not
Yeah.
people do.
Yeah, and like for cosplay too, like my aunt took me to my first anime convention
Mhm.
and my mom used to make all of our costumes for us and then until eventually I learned how to sew, but I still even now I'm like, "Mom, can you help me because I hate sewing and I don't know how to do this." And she's like, "Just bring it over."
Well, mentioning the cosplay, you started cosplaying in 2011. What was your very, very first cosplay? Like, like we said the first one you ever did with your mom, but like, what was the first
Yeah.
convention?
Yeah, my first convention costume was a side character in Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword because as I stated earlier, Zelda is like my number one. His name is Colin,
Mhm.
and there's a part of the game where he gets kind of possessed. Like he writes a love letter for somebody, and then you have the option to give the love letter to her or to give it to a ghost hand in a toilet. So if you give it to the ghost hand falls in love with him. So I made a ghost hand and I had it on a stick. So I just had it like petting me. And it was super funny. Like everybody loved the little prop and the gag. And I was like, it's really actually cool that I'm this weird little side character and people know who it is and know what is going on and they appreciate the story and the effort put into this. So that was my first like anime convention costume that I did.
You want me to tell you my first one that I ever did?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My favorite character of all time has been, and that's why I have a key like back there. Thanks to like one of my friends giving it to me as like a welcome home gift to like Florida when I came
Oh,
back from
cute.
college. But it's actually Sora.
Oh, that's so cute. That was my sister's first costume. My little sister, her first like anime convention cosplay was Halloween Sora.
I think like I went to like Disneyland. I had put like my makeup was busted back then, but like everybody was like, "You look so good." Oh my
I know,
God.
and you're like,
Uh,
I don't need this boost. I'm too powerful.
yeah. Well, looking back at everything, childhood dreams, cosplay beginnings, drag breakthroughs, what thread connects it all? What's the core of your journey?
I love to perform and I love to create. That's really what it boils down to. Because, like I said, when I was little, I just wanted to dance. I wanted to sing. I wanted to lip sync. I wanted to write scripts for things. Like, I wanted to do everything. So, I love to perform and I like attention. And that's not something that people like to admit. But I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with wanting attention and wanting to be the center of it. Like, I had to accept that about myself because, like, that's why we perform. Like, we like to be on that stage. We like that confidence boost of, like, I'm killing this. I'm doing so good. And, like, so I'm not afraid to admit that I love attention and that I love being on that stage. I love being in the spotlight. I love the compliments. I love the community that builds around it. But the creativity too. Like I want to share my creative vision with people. And since I'm an alternative king, I will always do like I'll do a crowd pleaser Panic at the Disco song everybody knows. And then I'll do like a song that is not as popular and is a little dark and like not everyone vibes with it, but then there's those three people in the back of the bar that were like, girl, you did Breaking Benjamin. I'm like, this is who I did it for. I did it for you specifically, thank you.
Well, what I want to as we all know who Sexx Luther is today, what would you say to that kid from all those years ago if they saw you now?
I would just tell them to like get it together and perform. Like, I had so much anxiety when I was younger about being in front of strangers. Like, I can perform in front of my mom, in front of my aunt, in front of my sister, but like, I perform in front of strangers, no. I couldn't do that. And like, I did a couple plays and like, I did marching band and stuff, but I'm like, that's a group effort. I'm not doing that alone. Like, it's someone could replace me if I don't want to do it. It's fine. So I would just tell little me to just like get your shit together, get on that stage, and practice your damn makeup because those eyebrows are busted.
Well, Sex, I just want to say thank you for going to the underworld portals with me. You have made it through the shadows, the memories, the cosplay flashbacks, and lived to tell the tale. But I also want to say, truly, I am so happy to have had you on the show. Thank you so much. And you are turning it out, turning it up. And every time I see you on Nightmare Mayhem, it always makes me fucking like go fucking crazy over you.
Thank you. I was very
I need
glad
to
to
see
be
another
invited.
puppet number one day.
I will. When I make my 2.0, I'll be unstoppable. Trust me. He's going to be everywhere.
Well, before we vanish into the void, let the children know, let the spooky fans know, where can people follow you, stalk you, tip you, send you adoration, drop the handles, baby.
Hi. Hola, los spookies. So, my Instagram is just sex.luther, Sexx dot Luther, two X's. That's where I'm most active. I have a TikTok under the same name, but not as active on that. And then my Venmo, my Cash App, if you want to send me a cute little dollar, is JankyWeeaboo. Just Janky, Weeaboo, because I'm a nerd.
And I'll
And
be
that's pretty much it. Mostly Instagram.
and spooky fans, I'll definitely like be like putting if you guys want to check it out, you guys can check right down below in the description. Follow Sex, send them some love, send them some tips because I will tell you, like I say on every Nightmare Mayhem drag, it's fucking expensive.
It's expensive, and a lot of my stuff, thankfully, has been gifted, but I would like new wigs. So send me some cash for wigs.
Well, that wraps up another outrageous, otherworldly, unholy episode of Unholy Encounters Season 2. Whether you're a puppet, a performer, or just possessed, thank you for watching, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, stay spooky, fans.